isn't.
Hey, Krishna.
Yeah.
For me, it's really been difficult, just the surrender. You know, it's like every day, just surrender.
Surrender to what's going on right now?
I mean that, but yes, absolutely surrender to what's going on, but not really, just surrender that we can't do anything about it.
I have a lot of thoughts about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Surrender to what the outcome is going to be, because there's so many.
Oh, and we're human beings, and we so want to know what the outcome is going to be.
Exactly. There's a lot of stuff going on.
I want to know how it's all going to work out.
Not necessarily how it's all going to work out, but just how. Maybe, I don't know.
I get you, hon. I'm not belittling you at all. I'm just
no, I know you do. I know.
Running thoughts.
Yeah. How long it's gonna last is also a really tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. As human beings, that's the same thing with, like, how long is this dinner gonna last with people I really don't want to be at a table with, you know?
But you can always make up an excuse to leave a meal.
It's the same shit, really. Oh, how long is this uncomfortability? How long am I going to be in this side angle pose? When is the teacher going to allow me to release?
You're so right, because we've fallen into habit of being like, we want to know everything and control everything, and now we're forced to surrender and face the things that we need to work on, I guess.
Oh shit, whatever will we do?
That's what I'm saying. It's been so freaking tough.
I know you're saying that. Yeah, I get it totally. Yeah. And my head runs the same thing as yours, and yours every day. Like, I have a nice couple of moments where, like, you know, that's fine to be a yogi and do the practice and everything, and then unless you're sitting under a mango tree on a mountain somewhere, and you have been for years, your mind is going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy you guys are here. We'll just wait a minute or two, and we'll get shit going on. How's it going, Ramona?
There's the pause. Yeah, it's hard to stay grounded when the ground is always shifting, and you're you know, like it felt like things were settling, but then now things are extending again and looking like they will be unsettled for much longer, which requires a whole lot of more adjustment.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But plus I'm pissed off at the IRS. I was just battling their website, so.
Yeah. I can't even go there yet.
Well, I mean, I'm all paid up for, I'm filed and paid for this year already, and they're
Are you like me? Do you work for yourself?
Partly.
Yeah. That's a big problematic thing always for me.
But I mean, I'm certainly, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, I'll get out of that head. That's why I'm here.
I'm going to clear that in a second, but yeah, the IRS does not like you working for yourself. They don't want that. I found it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a complex kind of part-time W-2 plus, you know, for myself as well, and they don't seem to like that now.
Yeah, no, I got 9 million bosses every year. Really, it's all contractor stuff, and yeah, I have to write off like every time I have a coffee with somebody, or you know.
Oh yeah.
My accountant's like, did you buy tissues this week to clean your nose before teaching pranayama? Write that off.
Well, that's a good accountant.
Yeah, he's all right. All right. Well, us 3 chickens, good for me. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Namaste. So nice to see each of you. Thanks so much for showing up and sharing space with me. How are you? Let's, before I mute everybody, let's talk about stuff going on in your body. What's going on? What do you need today from your practice? You want to move? You want to move? You want to stretch? You want to, what do you need? Talk to me.
Move and stretch.
Move and stretch.
Move and stretch.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So many of my classes online, oddly, I've been sharing what I woke up to. And I woke up to actually not so amazing vision. I tend to have late dreams. I can have scrambled dreams in the middle of the night, but I get a lot of pre-wake up dreams. Like the dreams that I have that are most intense tend to be about, I guess, about an hour before I wake up. And and this happened to me today. About an hour before I woke up, I had this intense dream, and my mother showed up in my dream. My mother passed away almost 2 years ago. And I was there with her in hospice when she passed. And I don't know if any of you have experienced this with a relative, but when you go and you're with someone in hospice and someone that you've known for a long time, especially someone that birthed you, they look quite different towards the end. And I remember my mother not even looking like who I remembered her to be when I finally got to Austin, Texas, to be with her in her last moments. And it was quite intense. Luckily, she was in a great place. They kept her comfortable as she faded away. And I got this, man, about an hour before I woke up, I was in this dream where my mother was trying to FaceTime me this morning. And, you know, if you ever get FaceTime, there's this like alarm that comes off, you know? And the weird thing is that I didn't realize I was in the dream. And in the dream, I felt like I kept blowing it off. I kept like saying, I'm still asleep. Don't bother me, you know? But it kept going and it kept going. And finally, I think, who knows, in the dream world, you know how that works, you know? You could be like envisioning something and all of a sudden you're eating cornflakes while you're bathing in a bath of hot dogs, you know, like that's how it works, you know. And finally, I think I answered the FaceTime, and my mother said, I got a message from the action man. I'm happy, hope you're happy too.
Your mother quoted Bowie.
One of you got it, yeah.
I love that.
I'm happy, hope you're happy too.
Yeah.
I woke out of it very disturbed, and you know, it just made me think about the times. And over the last couple of days, I've been telling these big stories and everything. And as soon as I got coffeeed up, which I don't do anything until I get coffeeed up, I went to the I Ching. And the I Ching is a book that I was turned on to in my early 20s, back in music school at Berkeley, where I was around all these musical freaks, you know, and I remember getting turned on to it, being very stoned on marijuana. And it was one of the best books that was ever put into my lap. The delivery was pretty funny. You know, this chick came up to me and was like, "Hey man, you got to read this stuff." And I was like, okay. And it's so simple. And if you've not read the I Ching or you've not read pieces of it, the translation of the I Ching into English is basically the Chinese Book of Changes. The Book of Changes, how to change. And I went back to the I Ching this morning, and the first thing I opened up to was this sentence. Check this out. Focus on recovery. Focus on doing things in a new way so that the current state of decay will not be repeated. Wow. Focus on recovery. Focus on doing things in a new way so that the current state of decay will not be repeated. How timely is that? And that's an English translation, of course, of probably Mandarin, I think. I could be wrong. But I ran my morning with that. And then after I ate my breakfast, I took a wonderful online Kundalini class, which I really needed to move the energy. And so check into that, you know. When I took the Kundalini class this morning, my teacher, Cheryl, long time teacher, you know, she was like, I hear this all the time from my yogis and from my friends and everybody too. When this is over, we're going to do this, right? When this is over, I'm going to come over to your house. When this is over, we're going to go and have some beers, you know? And it's a nice thought, but that's not where we got to be. Think on this. Think on in this isolation that maybe, just maybe, the world is going to be super, super different. And yeah, I want tomorrow, and I want next week, and I want May to go hang out with my friend Natalia and Ramona and Jessica and say cheers. But there's no guarantee that it's going to be the same way, yeah? So when I went to the I Ching and it said focus on recovery, I also got this other message of like, maybe it's time to focus on redesigning, because that's what's going to have to happen out of this shit on a global level to get to another place. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's all sit up nice and tall, close our eyes.
Your mom gave you a beautiful message.
Yeah, she did.